You are now listening to Sweet Talks, sweet stories that inspire women to indulge in their dreams and life's work. Welcome, and thank you so much for tuning into Sweet Talks. I am your host, Bree. This is a podcast that inspires women to indulge in their dreams and life's work. I am so excited about this season. I'm so excited about this episode in particular. The entire season is officially sponsored by Cupcake Vineyards Wine, one of my favorite wines. And their selection is phenomenal. It's accessible and affordable. So don't forget, if you have the opportunity, to grab a Cupcake Vineyards wine from your local grocery store. We will be popping open a bottle a little bit later in the episode with my very special guest, Shayla Varnado, here with me. She is the CEO of Black Girls Wine, and we will introduce her a little bit later in the episode. But before we do, again, why is this episode so special and this season so special? We are now here, officially located at our sweet location sponsor, Gelati Celesti of Scott's Edition. Yes. So exciting.
I'm excited.
So exciting. Yes. So I had the chance to actually speak with the general manager, Kyle Black, a little bit earlier, who graciously opened the space up to us to record this episode. And he shared with me a little bit about the ice cream in this particular location, as well as how the ice cream is made with us. And we're going to be actually tasting some of the dessert a little bit later. And I'll give you a little bit of the background of everything that he shared with me. And so, last but not least, please make sure to hang back. We are going to have a 1-minute meditation at the end of this episode from Ashley Williams, the founder of Bear So Yoga, again, right here out of Richmond, Virginia. So, before we get started, I would love to introduce our guest here, Shayla. So I'm going to read her bio for everyone, just as we do regularly. Shayla Varnado is a fashion stylist turned entertainer, passionate about inspiring women to live the life of their dreams. Her energy, blatant transparency, and quick wit, it draws in audiences of all ages. As founder of Black Girls Wine and host of the Black Girls Wine podcast and weekly Wine Down Live, Shayla believes her purpose is to create a space where Black excellence is celebrated. Both shows features Black culture and excellence from the perspective of successful wine connoisseurs from around the globe. Her professional endeavors also include co-founder and business strategist of the Lip Lock firm and host of both the Business Bestie and Wife Talks podcast. Little competition over here. She's also the co-author of 44 Prayers for the Christian Entrepreneur and a graduate of Appomattox Regional Governor School and Old Dominion University. She is not a stranger to hard work and believes in sharing her experiences to help others succeed. Her favorite saying is, see the vision, write the vision, and then live it. When Shayla is not working, she's easy to find at a Target or Sephora looking for something new. I am too. So that's a connection right there as well.
Yes.
Welcome, Shayla.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I'm so excited about what we're going to be talking about. I'm excited to actually try these desserts.
I'm excited.
Me and Shayla were behind the scenes a little bit before trying to decide what flavors we were going to try. And so I have the flavor, which is Just Ask. So it has a bit of everything that I really enjoy in life in it. And then we're going to talk about Shayla's flavor in a second. She was supposed to have this flavor with me, but plans change, and I don't think anything less of her because of it. No.
Listen.
So Just Ask is my flavor, and it has white chocolate ice cream with Oreos and peanut butter. I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this.
Sounds like a lot of ingredients.
And this is why Shayla went with, what flavor do you have, Shayla?
Chocolate decadence.
Which is a very, I guess, decadent, just chocolate ice cream.
I'm excited.
Which I love chocolate too. So again, I love your choice. But I like Oreo. I like peanut butter.
I can do it, but I need them separate.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't have them together.
So wait, are you the kind of person who has to eat everything on their plate separately?
My mom gets separated plates for me on the holidays.
Oh, wow.
Just so I don't like my food touching at all.
Well, you're not alone in that, but let's go ahead and try these ice creams. Let's go ahead and try it. Let me
It
see.
just looks so yummy. Okay. Let me not make a mess.
Mm. Look, we can go. We can stop
oh
right
gosh,
here.
this is delicious.
We can stop right here. Mm-hmm. It's just really good. What do you like about yours?
This is excellent. I like. It's definitely giving me that decadent chocolate feel.
It looks very rich.
Very rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's super chocolatey. If you're not a chocolate person, this is not one to try. But I love this. It'd be perfect on top of pound cake, just like a plain, nice sour cream pound cake. Oh God, it's good. It's good.
You're right. There's a lot going on in this ice cream, but it's all so good. The white chocolate, the Oreos, and the sweetness and the subtleness, I guess, of the peanut butter that's like mixed in with it. Mm-hmm. It's just really tasty. Like I could definitely eat this.
Now is this like, so you like it all mixed up? Are you eating it like one bite at a time? Like you grabbing a little peanut butter, a little Oreo?
No, it's kind of like all mixed together. Yeah, like I guess the Oreo frosting is like mixed in with the the white chocolate ice cream. So it works. That's your favorite. Okay. So thank you again so much, Gelati Celesti, for allowing us to come in this space and to try and feature your ice creams. Definitely we'll be back. I'm definitely going to highlight a few things about them because we only tried 2 of their flavors, but they actually have 24 house flavors and more than 85 different flavors that they have seasonally throughout the year. So again, we have only 2 flavors and very rich, very fine ingredients. I'm sure all the other flavors are delicious as well. So we encourage you to come and try some of these flavors at Gelati Celesti. Yes. So we are going to switch it up and jump into our interview. But before we do, again, in honor of Shayla being the CEO of Black Girls Wine and of our season sponsor here, Cupcake Vineyards, we are going to have a little bit of wine with our interview. So
I'm excited.
We need to drink some water to switch this up because
I know
we need to clear our palates a little bit. Okay. So the wine that we're going to feature on this episode is going to be the Moscato d'Asti. Right? I'm saying that right. I had to clarify that again with our wine connoisseur before the episode. And actually, let me see. There we go. So I'm going to pour a little bit. And I'm going to share a little bit, too, about how I initially met Shayla. Shayla attended the Sweet Talks live retreat event in April of 2019. Yes. And she was a really great supporter. She was one of the few ladies, everyone was there who was really interactive and engaging with one another, but she definitely came up to me and really put a smile on my face at my event. Yes. I remembered her of the many guests that came, and she came up to me and was just really bubbly and interactive and was really engaging with everyone who was in the space. And so I remember her and we followed each other on social media. And since then, she's been a great supporter of Sweet Talk. So I'm really excited to have you on today's episode.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And so we're going to jump right into what you do, who you are as a person. Yeah. And what you're doing with Black Girls Wine. So what is Black Girls Wine to you in your own words?
So Black Girls Wine is, I would say, a lifestyle brand and a community. So the lifestyle brand I started in 2016, started the show a year after that, and really started to just build this community of Black wine lovers. I wanted to give a platform to be able to share what other African Americans are doing in the industry and just kind of have a home for all of that. Mm-hmm. And then also wanted to offer some experiences because if you have been to a winery, it's usually 1 or 2 of us there whenever we go to do tastings or go to festivals. And I've had some really crazy experiences and I've really heard some really crazy experiences. And I think it's a little bit different when you show up with your posse versus when you show up by yourself.
Yeah.
So it led me to start the Black Girls Wine Society, which is national in 17 cities. And it's just been really beautiful to watch it grow and watch all of the Black women across the country connect over wine and growing their wine palate. Their palate in their wine journey and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's amazing what you've done with the organization thus far. Again, like I said, I follow you on social media. So just seeing how interactive you are with your I want to say your loyal following, the ladies who are engaging, who are joining these, are they chapters?
Yep. We have chapters. We have ambassadors in each city.
Okay.
And they basically charter the chapter there.
Oh, wow.
And they create experiences every single month. And then like our members have the opportunity to go on society only trips that we're planning.
Wow.
Like the one to Napa is going to be a lot of fun. Like we've made a lot of
Napa
great
Valley. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
it's
need
gonna
to
be
join
great.
that one. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be fun. And then every year we're going to have a yacht party for our members. So it's going to be like it's really nice to be able to do this and to have so many women excited about it and ready to join in.
So personally too, I know you went into a little bit of why you started it. But personally, do you feel like you're fulfilling with starting something like this? Your purpose and like your passion behind this, the true essence of why you wanted to create it?
I've always been like a girl's girl. Like I've always been the girl that I like girls' night. I like painting our nails. I like shopping. Like it's always been my thing. And I always feel like there's just not enough. I've always felt like there wasn't enough connection, I'll say post-graduating college, right? Because when we graduated, that's when all of this stuff started. I'll say like 05 is when Facebook came out.
I know.
By 09, by 10, Instagram was here. And I feel like we started losing that connectedness. And then I'm in my 30s now, but I found it like difficult to make friends in my 20s. And then to find people that you can connect with over like similar interests. And so with this, I feel like, and I'm in a sorority, right? So AKA, and I know.
Yes, we know. Delta on this side of the table. No, it's just like, go ahead.
Look, so for me, I was just like, there has to be a way to get women connected globally without only solely having to, you're a Delta, I'm AKA, we can connect with our sisters, but how do we connect with each other? And so I wanted to kind of bring that together. And I feel like with my purpose, I'm uplifting Black women and still offering them the opportunity to have community wherever they are.
Right. So with all of this that you had in mind, what are some of those challenges that you think you faced along the way that you've had to overcome? Yeah, we might need some wine on this one.
Child, I'm like, that's really good. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to, okay. Oh, where do you even start? Well, entrepreneurship has a lot of challenges.
Yeah, it does, definitely. So what are maybe like the top?
I would say probably my biggest ones with launching the society is that I'm actually in charge of people now.
Right.
I hired a publicist. I hired an assistant because I couldn't do it by myself anymore.
Right.
And so finding the balance of personal and professional, because you have to treat people like humans for them to love to work with you.
Definitely.
But then also standing in, I guess, like my power and being okay with being the authority,
right,
and offering direction and instruction. That has been like probably my biggest challenges, and adult learning, because it's very different. So
it is very different, and directing adults is very different.
It's very different, and so usually like, we're from here on out, we're doing hiring classes. So we probably have like 30 pending applications right now for other cities.
Okay.
But I stopped bringing on ambassadors in October so I could focus on the ambassadors we have. And then in the new year, we're going to do hiring classes similar to how you do, at a job, professional, so that I can kind of get everything a little more together and maybe work through some of those adult learning kinks that we had the first couple of months.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I can definitely relate to that. I think that one of the things that's tricky, even about having the podcast and having event aspects to it and bringing together people, it's better to have help. But it really is hard, like we were talking about before, adding those people in and knowing that you have to direct them in the way that you have a vision for. And still be open to ideas when they come about. If like someone thinks something's going to work better this way or that way, one answer might not be the only right way to do things, but at the same time, kind of being mindful of other people in their roles and how they're supposed to be helping you.
It has made me forced me to be more open, because it's like, hey, I need you to do this. And now I'm like, okay, well, I got to let her do it. Like, I have to let her do it however it works. When I first brought on, I have the ambassadors, and then I call them the A-team. And then we have the angels, who are like the executive board amongst the ambassadors. And so when I brought them on, I'm like, I want you guys to kind of help me, but figure out what's going to work for you. And so we meet every week and just kind of being thoughtful about, well, Shayla, this will work better. Or have you thought about this? And even though like I have been planning events across the country for BGW, now that I have other people doing it, I kind of have to teach them how to.
And it's your baby.
Do it.
So you want to make sure it's done well, right?
Right.
So even when you want that help, it's kind of like you still have your hand, like you're trying to not put your hand on everything, right?
And I'm like, girl.
Because you have a vision, like it's what you've created, and some things though I've learned I've had to let go of, and accept that help and accept that it's okay to create newness, or it's okay to be something that I didn't completely envision.
Exactly.
So.
That's what that probably has been one of the other like biggest challenges, learning that okay, I can let this go, like I can do this, but I had to. That part came before I even launched the society, because I was like, if I'm going to give this to someone else to do in their city, in a city I've never been to,
right?
I don't have that choice.
Yeah, because they might know a little bit more about where they're located and that target audience and the women who live there. So, you have to think through a lot of that stuff, especially, kudos to you for undertaking it. No, honestly, that's a big undertaking. And the fact that you have these chapters and these ambassadors in different states, that is a nationwide organization or, thing that you created for yourself. So that's amazing. To me, yes. To me, I'm trying to think, like, what kind of self-care routine do you have throughout all of this? Because I feel like you have a lot of people you have to communicate with, and you're keeping this, afloat in essence. So
I've learned how to, like, take a break.
Okay. So what does taking a break mean to you? Because taking a break means something different to everyone.
I
like sitting in the dark.
Force myself
like 5
not
minutes?
to do work.
Okay.
I've never really been a TV person. Like I've always been a reader. So I read, but I've more so started forcing myself to watch TV in the last couple of years as BGW has grown.
Oh, wow.
Because I've never, like, you'll be like, oh, Shayla, have you seen this? No. I literally don't watch TV.
To, like, stay abreast of, like, the trends
I don't keep
something?
up. I don't watch reality TV. I don't do any of that.
Either.
So
it's okay. Like,
I forced myself, and so I've been getting into, like, series. Like, I watched the whole Grey's Anatomy series last year. And I never had seen it. That's a whole other conversation for
me, y'all. I cannot watch Grey's Anatomy.
Really?
No shade against the show. I'm just too emotional.
Well, you know what?
I will cry 5 minutes in.
I do cry, but I've learned so much, and I'm like, dang, I could have been a brain surgeon. Like, this is fascinating.
And it's too long for me. It's like I need to know there's a finite end, and I think they just got signed on to like do another couple seasons.
Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Stop.
Well, see, for me, it's been a good release. Like, because I do have so much going on, and especially like the more people I add to the organization, it's like I need a chance to like just shut my brain off. I don't want to think about anything. And like it has even changed the way I think about like stuff I do in my free time.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily want to be around a ton of people.
Exactly.
Like when it's my free time, and I tell my husband, don't plan a vacation with anybody else unless you ask me. Like I want to be just us. I enjoy just us, and I just don't want to be obligated to have to smile at someone else.
Exactly.
And so that has been kind of. And being really intentional about like my bedtime, going to therapy, and that kind of thing.
To therapy?
Oh my God, yes! I need therapy.
To find a good therapist. This is something that me and my girlfriends have talked about for a while now. A couple of them have found a therapist that they enjoy going to, but that's definitely on
you don't always get
list.
It right the first time. Let me warn you. Nobody told me that. The first lady I went to, she was like, "I don't know why you're here. You don't have problems," and I was like, "You're the worst therapist in the world. Everybody has problems."
I like that would even happen.
Girl, I was like, and I didn't go back. I didn't try to find another therapist for another year.
Oh my
But then I was just like, I can't do this by myself.
Just put like a sour taste in
I
your
put a
mouth.
really sour taste in my mouth. But the one I have now, I've been with her for a year, and I really, really like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
Yes. So ladies, if you're watching, get yourself a therapist.
Listen.
Find a show to binge watch, even if it's Grey's Anatomy. And try to just find some time to yourself and know when you need to kind of take a step back and breathe. And I think all of us need to do that, because I'm pretty much, I would say 90% an introvert. 10% an extrovert on a nice, good, sunny day.
Really?
Yes.
I'm like 50-50. I'm an ambivert through and through.
There's no way I could convince you otherwise. If like I would love to be in a room by myself and not talk to anybody.
Really?
Just be to myself and my thoughts. But that's just how I grew up.
Yeah.
And that's just who I am as a person. So I recognize when I need to go and recharge.
Yeah.
Like I can be that person and be on, but I prefer to be off.
Yeah.
I'm just honest about that. That's just the truth about it. But yeah, so I mean, like we said, self-care is really important when we're dealing with being an entrepreneur and being out there and communicating with so many people on a daily basis. And so if you could talk to a young lady who is thinking about starting her own organization that is, I guess, at the level of yours and working in different states, working with multiple people, working with a publicist, working with, an intern, what kind of advice would you give her? What are some of the things that you would help her to be successful in that role?
Well, a lot of times, so like when I work with my strategy clients, the first thing I tell them is the same thing I would tell someone else, that you need to know who your audience is.
Yeah.
Define your audience and get really clear. Not enough people do that before they start businesses. And it affects a lot of your business.
Right.
So what does your target audience like to watch on TV? That's important, even though I don't watch TV. But if I'm going to start a weekly show every Wednesday, I need to know that my audience is available to watch it. And I'm not competing with anything.
Right.
So what does she like to do? Where does she work? How much money does she make? Is she going to be able to afford the products that you put out? So my biggest thing is start with your audience. And then whatever you want to build, you can build it off of her. But you have to get to know her first.
And that reminds me, thinking of creating Sweet Talks and any other crazy idea that I've had, and thinking through who that person was that I was kind of promoting to or marketing to. I think a lot of people say like to create your persona that you're marketing to, or that avatar.
Yes, that avatar. Yeah.
Yeah, but getting like really nitty gritty, like not just saying female, 25 years.
No, I named her.
Years.
I know where she works. I know what she does.
How many kids
she's
she
almost
what
an
her
empty
kids
nester.
like to do.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's very important.
It's actually very helpful because if you see yourself as that person, it's easy to just describe who you are. What do you do?
See, my avatar is nothing like me.
Exactly.
And that's why it was really important for me to like do my research. Because my avatar is 44. That's 11 years my senior. She has older kids. She's an empty nester, or she is getting ready to be one. I don't even want kids. Like, she's completely opposite. So it was really important for me to like really dig in and do that research before I got started. And it's really helped me make decisions. Like when it came to launching the society, it's perfect for the woman in that age range. She didn't have anything to do now that her kids are gone. And she has a disposable income. So it's important, like when
she
you
might
think
be
about,
looking for a hobby.
she's looking for a hobby. She's looking for people she can connect with. And if she likes wine, this is a perfect opportunity for her to be able to do that. So, and we have all ages in the society.
Yeah, you will always get a different piece of your target, your target audience. So I think that that's great advice. I think that everyone should do that if you're thinking about starting your own business or company, or even a blog or something that you have digitally, like to make sure you know who you're promoting to, you know who you want your audience to be, regardless of who finds your page, just organically.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's some great advice.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to go back to the beginning before we wrap up. Well, first, let's talk a little bit about how our viewers can find you.
Oh, yeah.
And so if we have a young lady who's interested in becoming a part of one of the chapters, even right here in Richmond, or if they're in a different state and there's a chapter there, how can they find out information of how to join and come to some of the events?
Yeah, so we are Black Girls Wine everywhere, spelled phonetically correct. And then we are blackgirlswine.com, Black Girls Wine on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Awesome.
And LinkedIn. So you literally can find us everywhere. So yeah.
Awesome. So if they wanted to join, do they need to just reach out to someone?
They can go to the website and look where we have chapters and join a chapter there. We are launching a new website in January, which will be much more extensive. So there'll be more information. And you'll be able to like click on the chapter and see who the ambassador is. And
that's going to be awesome.
We're working on that now. I'm really excited about that because I was like, we need to like divide this up. So you'll still be able to find everything at blackgirlswine.com.
You might have an app next year. You
that
might
would be
able
awesome.
to down.
Listen,
speaking it into
yes,
existence.
I receive it.
Existence. So I know we had Gelati Celesti here again. Thank you to Gelati Celesti for our desserts, but I'd be amiss if I did not ask you still. I ask all my guests this question.
Yep.
If you could describe yourself as a dessert, and we know everything about you now. We just had an interview.
Right.
What would it be and why?
I would be probably a brownie, a hot fudge brownie.
I'm not surprised. Chocolate was your ice cream choice. Okay, so why would that be?
Because I like that when it comes to. So I have a favorite type of brownie.
Okay. Very specific.
The Giraldi chocolate fudge brownies.
I love their chocolate.
Ghirardelli. Okay. I might have said that wrong.
I think I knew what you're talking about, but I've never had their brownies.
Oh, God, they're good. And it's a box mix. It's so easy to make, but it's so good.
Oh, yes. I've seen it in the stores before.
Yes,
okay.
They're amazing. So I would say that because I like that when you bite into it, you're not expecting the little sweetness of the morsels, and you get so much of it. And I feel like that's like probably
I'm so excited.
close to my personality.
And that's like at your local grocery stores too, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going.
Girl, I get it from Food Lion.
You don't have to say one more thing. Next time I'm in there, probably we'll be picking up one of those.
It's so easy to make. It's ready fast. And I guess for me, like, I love when the crust gets hard around the edges. Because I know a lot of times people meet me and they're like, oh my God, like, she's so like, and I'm really just nice and
really
sweet
soft
on the inside.
and good
I'm soft and gooey on the inside. So.
Well, thank you so much, Shayla. This has been incredible. Thank you so much. So obviously, Sweet Talks, if you are not following us as well, we can be found on Instagram, Facebook, now on YouTube at sweettalkspodcast.com. Please make sure to visit our website to check out all of our past guests and interviews, as well as we will have this one up there as well. And I cannot thank Shayla enough. I cannot thank Gelati Celesti enough. Of course, I cannot thank our sponsor, our season sponsor, Cupcake Vineyards, enough. And again, thank you to my team behind the scenes for making this happen and making the set beautiful and capturing all of the footage. Until next time, stay sweet. Cheers. Make sure to hang back and enjoy an amazing 1-minute meditation from Ashley Williams, the founder of Bear Soul Yoga, right here out of Richmond, Virginia.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Williams, yoga therapist, meditation teacher, and founder of Bear Soul Yoga. Today we're going to be leading into a meditation, so I'm going to invite you into a comfortable seated position. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. Ground your feet down into the space beneath you. Relax your shoulders, allow the heart to draw forward. Find a soft gaze or close your eyes. And just begin to notice your breath. Begin to notice your in-breath and begin to notice your out-breath. Notice the grounding sensation of the feet beneath you. Notice the grounding sensation of the seat beneath you. Notice the softness of the breath as it moves in, out, and through. With each inhale, allow yourself to feel expansive. With each exhale, allow your breath and your body to feel open and free. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Take a moment to continue. Deep breath in and deep breath out. On your next breath, inhale, I am. Exhale, grounded. Deep breath in. I am. Exhale, grounded. Continue to find your breath in and your breath out, beginning to release your mantra. And then when your own time, begin to open your eyes and come back into this moment. Thanks for meditating. Peace and peace.